Hello everyone. Since we've been treated to a slightly longer gap between deadlines, I thought I'd take the opportunity to do a midweek video before the chaos resumes. So in terms of game week 15, I had a pretty great game week. I got 72 points because it was a low scoring week generally. It ended up being my second best game week rank of the season, which has seen me finally break into the top 100k. Now, given the fact that I was ranked about 584k just 6 game weeks ago, I'm pretty happy with the progress I've made, and I'm glad that I've stuck to my guns of playing conservatively and sensibly, sort of in keeping with my own playing style, despite the slow start. I have to admit I was very, very tempted to take some hits in the last few game weeks, and looking back, the hits I was considering would have left me in worse shape than I am now, so I'm glad I didn't. The problem now, of course, is that my team seems likely to be facing a number of issues. So first issue, and the one that I was hoping to address in game week 16, is that Leeds' fixtures turned nasty, so I wanted to shift Rafinha out. The second issue is that Tony has tested positive for COVID, and there's no telling when he's going to be back available. Third issue is that there's been a confirmed breakout of COVID at the Spurs camp, and a number of senior players are awaiting the results of PCR tests. There's persistent rumours circulating that amongst the players affected are Son and Ben Davies, both of whom I own. And finally, it appears that Phil Foden has had a recurrence of his injury, which is why he was brought off at half-time against Leipzig. Although Pep has said that it was precautionary rather than because the injury prevented him from continuing. So, including the fact that Foster is injured, I could be looking at going into game week 16 with 5 players unavailable and 1 player who I really don't want. So on that basis, there's very little that I can do but wait, put up with those price changes that are going on in the background, and only act when I've got more information available. However, at this stage, it's looking very unlikely that I'm going to be able to escape this week without taking a points hit, and possibly even a -8. If the worst case scenario becomes true, then I'll likely transfer out Son and Tony and bring in a new forward and midfielder. Ben Davies is a huge differential, so I shouldn't have to worry about a price change there, so I may just keep hold of him until this all blows over, especially as a Spurs triple game week could be on the cards in the near future. I'll likely keep Rafinha because my priority on shifting players out has to be on players who aren't playing over those with bad fixtures, so I might just have to grin and bear that. As regards Foden, my preference would be to keep him, even if he ends up missing game week 16, but I'll have to wait to hear what Pep says about the extent of his injury in the press conferences. Midfielders on my watch list are Jota, Bowen and Bernardo Silva. In terms of forwards, I'm looking at Ronaldo, Dennis, Gabriel Jesus and Ollie Watkins, but I'm far from making a decision on any of them until I get more information. In terms of captaincy, it's currently on Salah, although I do think Aston Villa under Steven Gerrard seem to be a tough prospect, and I'll expect them to give us a difficult game. Another good option could be Reece James against Leeds, but I'm just not sure I'm brave enough to go there. So yeah, it could be quite a mess this game week. I'll keep my fingers and toes crossed that I don't end up with that many problems, but unfortunately it is looking likely. So all the best, everyone.